Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:31, 54 degrees outside. Coming up next, something we'll never forget to do.
Yes.
Now, as Brent said, he might forget to call Drew Gaffney, but once we get him hooked up on the phone line, I don't think we'll forget to bring him up anymore.
I don't think so. No. Well, I would hope not.
I would hope not, too. So let's bring him up. Drew Gaffney, Burwell Broken Bow Livestock. Good morning, sir.
Am I on?
Yeah.
You're on, Drew.
You are on, Drew.
Okay.
Not too long of a wait today. How's things in the livestock business?
Real good. It's been crazy inside. Kind of give you a recap on what we got done last week. Had two big days last week. Had feeder calf sales in both barns and weigh-ups. Kind of give you a recap on how we operated last week. In the weigh-up market, we had those high-yielding cows. There was $1.34 to $1.45. The next cut of those cows, the medium-frame cows, was $1.23 to $1.33.75. Those poorer, thinner cows was $1.20 to $1.22, and the heiferette market was $1.40 to $207.50, and the bull market was $132 to $157, and the baby calf market was anywhere from $275 up to $7.25. And got back in the calf and yearling division, had a big run. Like I said, both barns. Buyer demand was strong, and the market was really stout. Kind of give you a recap on how we operate there. In the steer division, we had some 584-pound steers at $349. We had some 618-pound steers at $336. Had some 761-pound steers at $265. Had some 697-pound steers at $301.50. And had some 672-pound steers at $305 even. In the heifer division, we had some 663-pound heifers at $273. Had some 585-pound heifers at $299.50. Had some 628-pound heifers at $285. Had some 605-pound heifers at $307.5. Had some 660-pound heifers at $275. Had some 747-pound heifers at $250. And had some 751-pound heifers at $251. That's kind of how we operated last week. Back this week, 2 big days again. This week in Broken Bow, got a big weigh-up cow special in Broken Bow on Thursday. And then back on Friday, real big day in Burwell. Got lots and lots of cow-calf pairs and heifer pairs. Got a dispersion of pairs. Got some bred cows. Got about anything you need over there on Friday as far as replacement stock. Sure encourage you to get on the website, check it out. If you got any questions, give me a call. Give Justin French a call, 308-872-1105.
All right, Drew. Sounds to me like you are doing pretty well for as old as you're getting. And Brent had some information he wanted to pass along to you here this morning.
Drew, while you were speaking, we took a phone call, and they informed us tomorrow is your birthday. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Wow. Happy birthday, my friend.
36 years old.
What'd you say, Drew?
36 years old. Yeah.
36. All right. Way to go, man. That's pretty good. Drew, happy birthday tomorrow, and have a great week.
I hope you believe that one anyway.
We'd believe everything you tell us, Drew.
That's good.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Thanks, guys.
You bet. All right. Drew Gaffney, Burwell Broken Bow Livestock Barns, just rolling along. So glad to have them in Broken Bow and Burwell doing what they do so well. Well, let's see here. Let's check out the birthdays real quick.
Okay.
Celebrity birthdays. Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
Hall of Famer. Led the Pistons to 2 straight NBA championships. 12-time All-Star at the NBA. 63 today. Wow.
Yes. I don't know if I would have guessed quite that old.
Well, he's I don't know if he's older than Drew or not.
Yeah, well, according to Drew, just flip-flop the digits there. Drew's 36 and Isaiah's 63.
There you go. Johnny Galecki. That may not ring a bell, but I bet you if we tell you what he played for a long time, long-running role as Leonard on The Big Bang Theory, and played the part very, very well. Sam Heughan, the Scottish actor that skyrocketed to fame after starring as Jamie in Outlander. And he is 44 today. So those are some birthdays at the star level, although we have a star of our own here in our community.
Oh, a local celebrity.
Yeah, probably bigger than those people, actually.
Okay.
Her name is Sally. And Sally is one of the nicest people you ever meet. Her name is Sally Bell, Sally Atkinson Bell, and she's celebrating a birthday today. So happy birthday, Sally. Here's our traditional song for you. Mustang Sally for Sally Bell on her birthday today. Sally, been thinking about you. Hope you have yourself a great birthday. And now you've done it, Sally, because now we have the Commitment CD plugged in, and we can play some other songs that they cover so wonderfully. So be ready for that a little bit later on. But that goes out to Mustang Sally. All right. Oh, school lunch menus. Let's see. Got to get them. Brent, you got yours?
I do, Dave.
All right, go ahead.
Here we go. Final day of April.
Yeah.
My gracious.
Hey, do you got your May basket ready for tomorrow?
No, I do not.
Well, you better get them going, man. Get them built.
Do we do May baskets anymore?
Some people do.
Some do, yeah.
Not
that was
like
a
I
big
do.
thing when I was a kid. Man, we made tons of them. And now, the way it was when I was growing up, you would take a May basket to someone, lay it on the step or on the porch, whatever, knock on the door, and then take off running. And if they caught you, I think they had to give you a kiss.
That's right.
If I remember. Is that the... Okay.
Yeah. And so that means certain doors you went to, you didn't run nearly as fast as you did other doors.
Oh, you pretended to trip.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
I fell.
Oh, no. Oh, you got me.
But I noticed after I fell, you didn't give me a kiss.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy. The Prairie Pioneer Center today, on this last day of April, pork tenderloin, casserole, peas, and fruit. Call them at 872-6121. Let them know you're coming to enjoy that meal, and you can also use that phone number to set up home delivery of meals.
Broken Bow Middle and High School, beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwich, and fresh-baked Italian turkey sub. Those are your choices at Broken Bow today.
I remember knocking on Patty Lacey's door
Yeah?
and running and hoping she would catch me, but I think she just peeked out the window.
Yeah.
Sandhills Dunning today, runza, tri-taters, and green beans.
You know, my thing was I'd, set the May basket on the step of a girl that I liked, you know, and then they would pretend to trip when they were chasing after me.
They would take a bruise.
Yeah.
They would get a scab on their knee just to avoid kissing us.
Exactly. Loop City today, loaded baked potato or plain or chicken leg. The choices at Loop City today.
Thedford Schools today, Parmesan Ranch Chicken.
Cozad today, some of their choices include chicken Alfredo, jalapeno popper grilled cheese, and chef salad. Some of the choices at Cozad today.
Hamburgers at Callaway.
Arcadia today, walking tacos at Arcadia School.
Always wondered how you catch a walking taco. But anyway, tacos are also available at the Arnold School today, but they're not walking. They're just standing still.
SEM today, Sumner Eddyville Miller, also showing a walking taco today at SEM.
And we are featuring SEM seniors today on KCNI Radio.
I don't think they're today. I think we flip-flopped what we did yesterday.
That's tomorrow. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Boy, I'm glad. I just was inserting for tomorrow, so I'm a little off here. So today, on this 30th day, it's Sergeant on KCNI, Arnold Taylor on KBBN. Thank you,
All
Brent.
Ansley today, showing stroganoff on the lunch menu today in Ansley.
Well, as long as I'm previewing tomorrow, let me get that sheet back. Tomorrow on May Day, SEM on KCNI, Sandhills and Thedford on KBBN tomorrow. Gothenburg today, for lunch, they're having beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwiches, fresh-baked combo subs, fresh-made sausage pizza, Uncrustable cheese, and cracker platter.
Sergeant today, showing Creve chicken with biscuit, mashed potatoes, fruit cup, and apple crisp, and milk on the menu today at Sergeant.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools, beef taco in a bag, crispy chicken sandwiches, fresh-baked ham and turkey subs.
And at Litchfield today, enchiladas on the lunch menu at Litchfield.
Enchiladas.
Man, it won't be too long from now. We won't be reading school lunch menus. They'll be out for the summer.
Won't be long.
Man.
It's happening quick. Good morning to Lori Holman, who said good morning to us. Good morning to Denise Erickson. She's reaching out to us, I believe, out in Colorado. Good morning to both of you who've dropped things in the chat box. We're going to play the game today.
We
Next. And we got some new questions.
We do, yes.
Thanks, Joan.
Spring. Spring is here, Dave.
It is.
Spring is a time when one feels alive and happy. With the advent of a new season, these feelings have also been expressed in many rock songs. We're going to stay with the songs here. Let's see if you remember these hits. The song is Morning Has Broken.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Who do we thank for this song? Is it Genesis? Sorry. Donovan.
He could have did it.
Cat Stevens. Or Rod Stewart? Who sang the song Morning Has Broken? Was it Genesis, Donovan, Cat Stevens, or Rod Stewart? If you know, call us 872-2801.
Win yourself a prize at the Tumbleweed.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
When you're starting your day on the go, or when you just don't want to mess with breakfast at home, express options at the Tumbleweed Cafe are the way to go. Sandwiches, burritos, cinnamon rolls in the drive-thru from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. At lunch from 11 to 2, it's burgers, chicken strips, or sandwiches and fries, quick and easy. Take and bake casseroles are available as well. Pick up in the drive-thru weekdays until 6. Delicious lasagna, cheesy pasta taco bake, Texas spaghetti, and more. Drive-thru or dine in, or visit the Sunday buffet. East Highway 2, Broken Bow, the Tumbleweed Cafe.
And we have Lori on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
How's things out on the prairie?
Oh, it's wonderfully wet.
Oh,
Love it.
Yes, you know, I think you dropped us a note, pray for rain, and it paid off.
It sure did. It sure did. I've been doing my rain dance too, so that always helps.
Well, you did a good job. All right, here's Brent with your question.
Okay, Lori,
Okay.
who do we thank for the song Morning Has Broken? Was it Genesis, Donovan, Cat Stevens, or Rod Stewart?
Well, of course, I'm not way near old enough to know this question, but it's Cat Stevens.
Yes, of course it is. And because you've answered correctly, we have a certificate that's going to get you one of those take and bake small casseroles that you can pick up at the Tumbleweed Cafe, then take home, pop in the oven, and not have to worry about making supper.
That sounds wonderful.
All right.
Thanks, Lori. Take care.
Yes, you guys too. Thanks.
You bet. Thank you. We have a guest in the studio from Arrow Seed. We'll find out more about that guest, interview them next. Stay tuned.
Headaches, ear-ringing, neck pain, dizziness, brain fog. Is your jaw pain to blame? Pearson Physical Therapy wants to be your partner in finding out. Tension and dysfunction in the jaw and surrounding muscles can lead to a number of symptoms that disrupt your daily life. It can be hard to know who to seek out for help. We invite you to come see us at Pearson Physical Therapy to learn how your jaw dysfunction can be managed so that you can get back to not having to deal with daily aggravation. Call us at 872-5800 or stop by on West Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Barney Health Mart has the gifts you need for those extra special graduates you know. And this week, gift items are 20% off. Look for the beautiful Montana Silversmith jewelry display with men's and women's pieces available. Other great gifts include handy Nebo bug zappers or lights, jewelry, lotions, candies, candles, and more. All 20% this week. Of course, every gift needs a card, or every gift of cash does as well. A nice selection of grad cards and Mother's Day cards are on hand at Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
10 minutes before the hour. Katrina is here from Arrow Seed in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Good morning, young lady.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Pretty good. It's nice out.
It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
So when I walked out, opened the door, first step out, I go, wow, it's comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 50-some degrees this morning.
It is.
But not long ago, the other morning, it was 31 degrees.
Like yesterday?
Yeah. And that means and there was frost out there. So we're not quite over the hump yet, but we're getting close, right?
I'd hope.
Yeah. So what do you have for gardens right now?
Well, I don't have a garden planted yet, but we have garden seed.
Well, that's good.
And we're waiting on our plants yet, so
Sure.
they've been ordered, just haven't arrived.
Mm-hmm.
You can always come pick out your garden seed. We have anything from sweet corn to beans to parsnips and some herbs and all kinds of things you could think of. Obviously, the plants will come in, and we'll have, like, I think we're going to get some tomato plants and pepper plants, and those are some of the ones I thought of. So
That'll be coming in soon. Parsnips. Let's talk about parsnips for a moment. I don't know very much about parsnips. Do you, Brent?
I don't know much about. I do know I've tried them. I'm not a big fan. Maybe, I don't know.
What are they like? I'm not sure I've ever tried them.
I haven't either.
Well, you're putting me on the spot now. I think I've tried. I think I had mine raw. I think that's like a carrot. I thought.
Really?
If I'm thinking about the right thing.
Yeah. I've never tried them. They're like white.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Some things like that are better raw than cooked. I wonder if that's the case with parsnips.
Maybe Brent needed it cooked.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yes. Correct. I don't know.
It's like spinach. Let's talk spinach for a moment.
Oh wow.
Not cooked spinach, please.
Right. Cooked spinach.
And not out of a can.
Oh.
Well, no, that's the worst.
You're not Popeye.
No.
That's what they fed us in school. But fresh spinach salad is wonderful.
Yes.
And it's good for you. It's actually better for you than lettuce. Do you agree?
Yes, it has antioxidants in it.
It does.
Yeah. Plants can heal you if you think about it.
They can. Well, let's face it. I mean, the Native Americans and people who live off the land in the jungle areas and so forth, plants are medicine, right?
Well, all medicine is derived from some type of plant. So.
Well, until they turn it into a chemical version.
Yes.
And that's where we go wrong. That's what happens.
Wow, we took a...
I was going to say, we got deep again. He did this yesterday. Just, man, getting into deep topics. Wow.
I don't know why.
How many varieties of sweet corn do you got?
I think we have 6.
6?
Yep.
Man.
Ambrosia, Bodacious, Incredible, Peaches and Cream, Sweetness, and then there's one more I'm forgetting. Candy corn.
Candy corn.
Is
With a K.
Peaches and Cream the most popular?
Yeah, I would say it probably goes out the door the most. I like Ambrosia personally.
Do you?
Yeah.
Is Peaches and Cream popular, Katrina, because of the phrase or because it tastes different?
I honestly think it's because it's easy to remember and people remember that that's what's sold a lot. I think a lot of people sell peaches and cream corn. So
it's probably, I guess, depends on your taste. Not that much tastier than the others. It's the description.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I'll have peaches and cream.
Name your favorite garden meal. I'll start to kind of show you where I'm going with this. BLT with corn on the cob.
Oh, that is good.
To me, that is the best garden meal. And it's a meal that you can't duplicate. It's not nearly as good unless it's coming from the garden. Would you agree?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't really care for bacon, lettuce, and tomato.
I don't like tomato.
I don't either.
Oh, my goodness. What is wrong with you people? Oh, and I forgot this. Cucumbers in vinegar along with that.
They ruined it right there.
Katrina, you and I...
What do you mean ruined it?
Well, who wants vinegar on their cucumbers?
I always made my mom put a bowl aside for me. That was all.
Because you just... what's really... I think cucumbers are probably my favorite out of the garden.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that you just slice them, put them in a bowl, put them in the fridge, make them nice and cold, nice and crispy, bring them out, put a little salt on them, and eat them.
I've done that. That's good. But, oh, man, vinegar just gives you that kick.
Why don't you just take that vinegar and clean the toilet with it?
And onions, too.
Just go ahead and clean the toilet with it and then put it on your cucumbers.
I don't know. I'd probably have to say sautéed snap peas, like in butter.
Oh.
Those are good. And then, of course, corn on the cob. Like, this is a meal together. And then I'd just pick all kinds of fruit.
Green beans are good.
Yeah, those are good, too. But, it takes a little longer to cook those. I can just sauté my...
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's lots of good things out of the garden.
When I was in Virginia, they had like blackberry patches along the golf course, and we'd have to pick them. I mean, we picked gallons and gallons of blackberries. You can't beat them. Can't beat them.
They're good, aren't they?
Especially there in the mountains.
Oh, I bet.
My hands were like pink.
It was worth it, though.
Oh, yeah.
Did you put vinegar on your blackberries? No.
It's like salt on your watermelon. I'm sorry, I can't get behind that one either.
What?
Oh, you got to have salt on your watermelon.
No.
Really?
I also don't like it when you put it in the fridge. I like it like fresh, like warm, like watermelon when it's like.
You like it warm?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't know.
But not mushy. If it's mushy, it's got to be in the fridge.
You want it crisp.
Yeah.
But you don't like it cold.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Man,
we're learning a lot about you, young lady.
Everyone's like, yeah, I don't know about her.
Does your future husband know all about this?
Yeah, if I can get him to eat vegetables, that's a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of it's too bad because vegetables, man, cooked right, they're so tasty. I know a lot of people go, vegetables. Man, put a little butter with them or a little spice, some
cheese.
Cheese.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Bacon, there you
go. Also, sea salt brings out the flavor.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
So all of those things we've been talking about are going to be available, if not already, at the Arrow Seed.
Yeah. Not from, like, you can't purchase, like, produce, but...
Right. But you can grow it.
We can grow it yourself.
Yeah.
You can have this garden conversation later this year.
Yes. The soil temperature is still pretty cold. Don't get in a hurry. It's only the last day of April.
Yeah.
So
wow.
we've got some warming up to do. I know that my wife's been wondering when are the wildflowers going to come up out in our little patch that we planted. I said I think it's just too cold yet. You get down to 31, and put frost on the ground. It's going to be a little while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And warmer nights, warmer days, which we really haven't had that many warm days yet.
No, it's been kind of a cool spring.
So plenty of time for you to kind of just be patient and then drop by Arrow Seed, see what they have, or drop by a little bit later on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then get to be thinking about your summer annual forages. So while it's cooler right now, think of those plants you're going to plant in your crop land during the summer. Get some nutrition, silage, or forage, something like that for your cattle or to sell.
And, of course, if your lawn isn't looking like you would like it to look, or you want to maintain it looking good, you have the 5-step program that you can talk to Katrina or somebody at the Arrow Seed about. Now, you don't have to use all 5 of those steps if you don't want to. But
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have the 5-step program. The first step is something with crabgrass control in there and a little bit of fertilizer. The second step is an organic supplement to put on your lawn, and then we've got an insecticide one and a broadleaf control one, and then one to prepare your lawn for the winter. So like you don't have to do all of them like you guys said, and we can apply it if you want us to be. It's $18.29 per 1,000 square foot. So if you have a 5,000 square foot lawn, that's less than $100 for the whole year. That's the biggest thing when people come in. They're like, well, so what do I pay next time? I'm like, this is your payment for the whole time.
That's
like you don't have to pay again.
Okay.
So it's worth it for sure.
Yeah. How about dandelions? What do we need to put on dandelions right now, or is it too late? Because they're blooming.
They are blooming.
Yeah.
We have like a triad, or some people have trimec that they put on, and that's a liquid chemical you mix up and spray.
Okay.
So.
All right, you have that in stock.
We do.
Okay. Well, thanks for visiting with us about all sorts of things.
Yeah.
As usual, we always enjoy having you in.
Yes, enjoy being here.
8 to 5:30?
And 8 to noon.
8 to noon on Saturdays.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Pro-Palestinian student protesters at Columbia University take their demonstration into a campus building. Jonas Dew is a student there, too.
They barricaded themselves in, they brought chairs out, blocked the doors, and they moved outdoor heavy metal tables, blockaded the doors, formed human chains in front.
Israel's prime minister is vowing to invade southern Gaza with or without a ceasefire hostage release agreement with Hamas. The BBC's Yolande Nell.
Mr. Netanyahu's comments appear to align him with far-right ministers who want to prioritize an offensive in Rafah.
4 law enforcement officers were killed, 4 wounded in a shootout with a convicted felon in Charlotte, North Carolina. Tyler Wilson lives next door.
There was shots ringing left and right. We had SWAT and U.S. Marshals set up snipers in our bedrooms. There was an officer got drugged by his arms to our house.
Suspect also killed. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Sorry, but we actually have a wait list for our Monstera.
Shaw's greenhouse is really bringing in the green.
We can't keep snake plants in stock.
She needs a construction manager to build on her roots and grow.
We could add a whole section for ferns, and here we'd have dahlias, dahlias, and more dahlias.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
I can't believe tax season is here already. Look at all this info I have to enter.
Phil's small accounting firm is growing in numbers.
Why didn't I take that typing class in high school?
A data entry specialist could really help him in a crunch.
I got blisters on my fingers.
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
In Nebraska news, in a story from KSNB Local 4, an Aurora man is in custody after the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office served a search warrant on Sunday. The Hamilton County Sheriff's Office arrested 54-year-old Gordon Spencer after deputies and the Aurora Police Department served a warrant at a home in the 500 block of 14th Street. The Sheriff's Office said deputies seized 16.6 grams of methamphetamine, 1.9 grams of fentanyl, and 5 firearms. Spencer was arrested for possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, possession of methamphetamine, and possession of an exceptionally hazardous drug, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony, and no drug tax stamp. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs, the defending champion Nuggets are on to round number 2. They eliminate the Lakers with a 108-106 win. Jamal Murray hit the game-winning shot for Denver with 3.6 seconds to play, finished with a game-high 32 points. Denver takes that series 4-1 and advances to face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the second round. Thunder, the top seed in the West, beat the Pelicans in New Orleans 97-89. All 5 starters in double digits for OKC. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, each 24 points. Oklahoma City wins that series in a sweep, 4-0. Now await the winner of the Clippers-Dallas series. Celtics over the Heat in Miami, 102-88. Derek White hit 8 3-pointers for Boston, had a career-high 38 points. Boston leads that series 3-1. NHL playoffs, Panthers eliminate the Lightning with a 6-1 win. Florida takes that series 4-1. They await the winner of the Bruins Maple Leaf series. Stars over the Golden Knights in Vegas 4-2. That series is even at 2 games apiece.
Here's your weatherology forecast. Slight chance of rain showers today, otherwise sunshine mixed with clouds at times. Daytime highs approaching 74. Winds out of the west 10 to 20 miles per hour. Lows dip down to about 41. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies expected. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun. Tomorrow, chance of thunderstorms, high of 65. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Celebrate the graduates you're so proud of with a sale. Head to Geared for Sports this week for the graduate sale. Take 20% off all apparel and shoes. What better gift to give the sports fanatic graduate you know than some great gear from Geared for Sports? They're open convenient hours for you, Monday through Friday 10 to 6 and Saturdays from 10 until 4. Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow. Wishing all of the amazing students across the area congratulations on graduating.
Tired of unexpected car troubles putting a misfire in your day? Introducing C&M Auto in Anselmo. For routine maintenance to major repairs of gas and diesel cars or light and heavy-duty trucks, go with C&M Auto. They boast the latest diagnostics to diagnose and fix your vehicle's issues with quick response and a very competitive labor rate. Plus emergency 24-hour service rates outside their 9 to 5 Monday through Friday hours. Call 308-749-2277 for C&M Auto, located south of Chandler's Honey off Highway 2 in Anselmo. C&M Auto.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
8:06, 55 degrees outside. We'll call it mostly cloudy now. Winds out of the southwest, 5 and 6 miles per hour. Barometric pressure's been steady this morning at 29.72. Humidity at 81%. High temperature yesterday, 69, with an overnight low of 47. Sun set today at 8:35. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:36. And on this last day of April, we can report to you that we have received 4 inches and 96 hundredths precipitation. And again, 55 and mostly cloudy. Well, we've been talking about it a bit because Adams Land and Cattle is going to be doing the compost giveaway again. And weather permitting, it's going to be happening this weekend, I think, and we have Dave Zuha with us. Dave, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Dave. How are you?
Good. Looks like you got a little sun there. I mean,
You know, I went to the track meet in North Platte yesterday, and it was an absolutely beautiful day. Great day.
Track meets are a good place to get sun.
Well, you know, and usually it's unusual because usually in a track meets are cold and cloudy, but this one was just an absolute gorgeous day.
Not a bunch of wind either, was there?
No, it was. No, it was really nice.
Good, good. By the way, Jeremy Shipe, you just heard his voice. He's sitting in with us here, and we were talking cars, of course, before we went on the air.
Imagine that.
So let's talk about the compost now. How many years? This has been going on for a while, but when did you guys start this?
You know, Liz has a whole better handle on that, but I bet it's 4 or 5 years now. It's been going along pretty well.
Yeah. People really like putting that in their gardens and getting those gardens going. So
yes, they do. Liz wanted to be here this morning, but her little boy Barrett got ill over the night, so she asked me to do this solo. So it's just you're gonna have to put up with me. But Liz really wanted to be here today, so.
Well, we always enjoy having her because she does have a lot of other things too that she can kind of highlight. But we'll just concentrate today on the compost giveaway. It's hard to say giveaway anymore because hardly anything is free when it comes down to it.
No, you're right. But I tell you what, Adams is really appreciate the local people and the community and everything, and they want to do something for the community. And this is one way that we can to promote, soil health and gardens. Just listen to your speaker there. The first is how this all ties together as far as what they're doing and what we're doing, and really comes together. But we really, really enjoyed doing this for the community.
All right. Now, I think most people probably understand what we're talking about, but there's a process that you utilize to make high-quality compost with not a lot of other matter in it. I mean, it's really a pure compost, which I think you guys take pride in.
Yes, we do. It is pure. It's we don't mix anything with it. It's natural. We generally like to have it composting for a year or better. Just to what it does, it goes through a process, a natural process, heat process that. Kills any weed seeds or any bugs or anything in there that you don't want in there, and just gives you more of a natural fertilizer for your lawns, your flowers, your gardens, anything. Farmers put it on their fields for their crops. So I mean, it's a really beneficial product that's comes naturally.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a natural process. And you mentioned lawns. If somebody out there's, tilling up, going to replant a lawn or plant a new one, boy, it would be really ideal to put that tiller to work and till that in, wouldn't it?
Oh, I would highly recommend it. Somebody that's putting in a new lawn or landscaping or anything like that, put it down and till it in. even there, I top dress my yard. I bought me a top dresser, and about every other 2 to 3 years, I'll go out and I'll put it on. I'll top dress my yard, and oh my gosh, makes a world of difference.
I bet.
Oh yeah, it's really works well.
Good. So let's run down some details here for folks out there. I know you've made it clear that this all kind of depends on the weather.
Yes.
I guess we'd take some more rain.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of graduations this weekend too, so folks would probably like it to rain during the week.
Yeah, if we could just pick and choose.
Yeah.
But you're right, Dave. We have had a really good rain. Farmers, it's really welcome to farmers and everybody. But this is, it's kind of weather permitting. But our dates are this Saturday, May 4th, from 9 to 1 on Saturday.
Okay.
On Sunday, May 5th, it's noon to 3. That's the first weekend. And then the following weekend, on Saturday, May 11th, it's 9 to 1 again. And then we're not doing it on Sunday because of Mother's Day.
Oh, sure.
So I mean, we had a, Mother's Day that we don't want to interfere with. But yes, and this is located at the south entrance of our loadout, on Highway 21. It's the same place we've had it for the last 3 or 4 years. Really handy, really easy to find, easy to get in and out. So, it works really well there to have it there. So
now, when I happened to come out and get some, you were running a tractor down a little bit further down the hill, loading up larger amounts.
Yep.
And then up at the top of the hill where I pulled in, then Liz and Abram and the kids, and I think Jerry was even running a shovel up there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a social time too, because you get to see a lot of people and they get to see a lot of people, and but you're still set up for the larger loads. And
yes. So what we're asking is, for the smaller needs, bring a buckets or totes or lick tubs, that farmers and people have, and they'll be loading down at the loadout with the trailer that they put in the buckets and everything and put in their vehicle. Now I will be again up at up a little farther up the road, which is easy to find, with my tractor and loading small trailers and stuff like that has a little bit bigger project that they're put on gardens or little bigger projects. So those are welcome. We do ask that even if they do come up to the where I'm loading you with the tractor, that they would go down and fill out an entry form that for a giveaway and everything. And then we just kind of like to keep track of the number of people that come and get involved in it, because it seems to grow every year. I mean, we seem to get people from all around the county and counties beyond to come and take advantage of this. But we do ask that they would register so that we can keep track of that. But yes, trailers are welcome. We've loaded in the back end of a pickup before, stuff like that, but we'll be loading them with my little tractor.
Okay. Also, just a side note, when we use trailers, and I guess even for that matter, the back of a pickup, what are we looking at weight-wise? Because I think sometimes, I've kind of experienced this yesterday. I went and got a little bit of rock, and when they started loading my trailer, I saw it sinking, and then the tires started, drooping. And so you kind of want to have something that can take some weight, I would think.
Yeah, and a lot of common sense. Yeah. I mean, because, you load, you can tell by the way the tires are squatting or the back end of the pickup or trailer is squatting, and I'll give them what they want, but I'll put, I'll kind of suggest that that's probably enough, because there is some weight to this.
Yeah.
And we certainly don't. We're promoting safety and going up and down the roads and just common sense. So
yeah, and if they determine that they're heavy enough, they can if they have a large area, they can come back and get another load, right?
Oh, they certainly can. Yes, that's what I would promote. That if you think you need some more, come back. we're 3 days at doing this, so and we've got plenty that we can get you covered.
Okay. Now, Jeremy, that top dressing for the yard sounds kind of interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, I mean,
it does sound good.
Yeah. What I'll do there on my yard is you can do it in the fall. When kind of grasses went dormant and stuff like that. That you can, and then it sits all winter long with the snow and everything helps working in. But I have also put it in the spring. So I mean, yes, it works really well. You top dress it. You want to water it in right away to get it worked down, and because it'll be setting up on the grass. You want to get that worked down in there. But yes, it works really well. If anybody has any questions about that, I'd be glad to talk to them about it, because I've used it probably 3 or 4 times on my yard over the past years. So
okay,
yeah.
Now I know that the farmers out there, they have everything down to data anymore. I mean, there's not a lot of guesswork. I think a lot of farmers know the ratio and so forth.
Yeah.
For us folks who have a garden, is there kind of a general theme as to how much you put on and till in? Because I don't think you want to get it too heavy, right?
No, you're correct. First of all, you don't want to put it in just all nothing but a blend.
Right.
You'll want to 2-to-1, 3-to-1 blend, something that, and then it really depends on if you've done this in the past. If you do it year over year, you're building resources for the next year. So each year, if you do it every year, you want to back it off even a little bit each year. And as I talk to the farmers about this, it's about a 3-year program on their fields that will put it on at the rate that their agronomist is asking for, and then 3 years later, if they do a soil test again on it, then they'll know where they're at, because you're building that. It's a soil builder, and it doesn't matter if it's in a pot of soil for your flowers, or over your garden or your lawn or in your field. This is a soil builder that is a natural way of building nutrients in your soil.
Okay.
If anything else, go out and pick up just a bucket of it and put it in your flower pots around your house. I was amazed the first time I went out and saw it. Just feels it's unlike anything you would think it would be like. It's very low odor, and it's just.
And that's the idea of composting it over a year or year's time or something, that you're turning it, you're blending it, you're working it, and it is virtually odorless if done right, properly.
Yeah, and if there is an odor, it's very light. I think when I did my garden, it was just a very light odor for a short period of time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they still use the term, Dave, but when you get done with that and you mix it in with the soil, it's mellow. I mean, I think that's what you kind of think of when you put it all together.
Well, what is really neat to see is going back to the top dressing on my yard. When I put it out there, and whether it's in the fall or in the spring, it's really clear to see what it does, because the earthworms, they come up and they grab that, and what they do is they make your soil mellow. If you've got earthworms in your soil, for the most part, it's generating air pockets, soil for moisture and everything like that. So you're right, it goes back to, it makes it mellow.
The night crawlers come up and drag it back in, and
yeah. Exactly.
That's cool. Well, it's free, folks. We don't get to say that very often, but this is courtesy of Adams Land and Cattle. And if you've been there before, you know the routine. But if you're a little worried about, well, I don't know exactly what to do when I get there, it's real. You guys got it laid out real simple.
Yeah. Yes, we've. It makes it really easy, and going back to what you said earlier, Jerry even gets involved. He really likes this. He likes getting involved with people and getting out there, and everybody pitches in and helps, and really makes this pretty simple for the individual coming out. Just we'll do what we can do to help. If they'd like, they can bring their spades, their shovels and stuff out to help. We're certainly there to get this done and to help out and everything. So but it really goes well.
Yeah. Well, folks who know Jerry and Bill and the family, they ran shovels when they were kids, so they still know how to run a shovel.
Oh yeah, they can outwork a lot of us, me included.
It's a great program. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah.
Anything else, Dave, you wanted to mention?
Well, I just wanted to kind of keep an eye on Adams Land and Cattle's Facebook,
Okay.
because Liz does an excellent job of posting and keeps that updated and everything. So if there's any changes or anything like that might be. She'll keep it update. But again, that's this Saturday, May 4th from 9 to 1 on Saturday. Sunday, May 5th, noon to 3. And then on May 11th, which is the following Saturday, 9 to 1 again. And then, of course, not doing that on. And, if somebody misses it or can't make it or something, just have them give me a call, because I'd be glad to go out and get them taken care of and help them out.
And I don't know if you realize this, Jeremy, but Dave hates running a tractor. He hates running a loader. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's true from like 3 in the morning to 4 in the morning. I do need a little sleep, but anytime
hour.
Yeah. Anything beyond that, I'll be glad to help.
Yeah, you like running a loader and a tractor, I know.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Well, thanks a lot, guys.
It's great
I really
to have
appreciate
you
it.
back in the studio. Always good to see you.
It's always fun to be with you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
You bet. We'll take a time out.
This is April Good, proud to be with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. We know that many farmers are considering retirement soon and need an idea of the current market value for their farm, ranch, or recreational land for estate planning reasons. And with the green grass finally starting to show, now is a perfect time to take drone pictures and save them for future marketing. Call me, April Good, for a no-obligation market analysis and check us out at lashleyland.com.
Homeowners, landlords, and business owners of Custer County and beyond. Is your lawn begging for a makeover? Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair has the magic touch for your green oasis. A 4 or 5-step fertilizer program, sprinkler repair expertise, and top-notch aeration and mowing. Transforming your yard into a lush paradise is just a call away. Call Kyle at 308-870-0348. Serving Custer County and beyond.
Sharon Lawn Care and Sprinkler Repair, where the grass is always greener.
8:23 is your time, and we have more guests coming in yet today. As a matter of fact, we have Mark Stock that we're going to bring you next, and then we'll also be visiting on our schedule Jenny M. Melham Hospital, and later on we'll be visiting with Off-Broadway. There we go, Off-Broadway. So, Jeremy, you showed me a video yesterday, a series of a guy who was going to change a light bulb.
Yes.
And it ended up that he was actually changing out the engine in his car from beginning to change the light bulb. Yes. Now explain to the listener real quick how that works, because we've all went through it.
Yeah, you've got one little simple project that turns into a major project. So, yeah, he was going to change a light bulb, and he went to the closet to get a light bulb, and the shelf was crooked. So then he went to the other drawer to get a screwdriver to fix the shelf that was crooked. And he pulled the drawer out, it was squeaky. So then he went to the garage to get some WD-40 for the squeaky drawer. Well, he was out of WD-40. So then he goes to get in the car to go and buy some more WD-40, and the car's making a weird noise. And pretty soon he's got the engine lift out, and he's got the engine out of the car, and he's underneath the car getting things fixed, and his wife comes out and says, "Can you change the light bulb in the kitchen?" He said, "Well, what do you think it looks like I'm doing?"
What do you think?
What do you think I'm doing?
Now, how many of you have had that experience where you started a project and it unfolded like that, and next thing you know, you have a mess and you have 5 projects going when you just wanted to do one? I think we can all relate to that, so that was funny. All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to catch up with Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company, and we'll do that next, right after these words.
Cattlemen, spring is here and things are starting to green up. But alongside the good green like pasture grass and trees come the bad greens. Musk thistles, mullenweed, buckbrush, and other weeds. Let Aero Aviation help you get the bad green under control this spring. They use the latest in aircraft and GPS technology and crop protection products while keeping the good green in your pocket. Call Casey, Melissa, or Kim today and schedule spring spraying with Aero Aviation, 872-5113.
Is there anything better than getting rewarded? Let us ask you this. How many reward apps do you currently have on your phone? Are you 2 purchases away from that free coffee or maybe a sandwich? Well, maybe we have one last question. Are you being rewarded for spending? If you said no, we can help you change that. At Bruning Bank, we offer 4 levels of our Bruning Bank credit card so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit BruningBank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning. Well, hello, folks. It's the end of April and May 1st right around the corner here. And boy, do we have a barn burner of a sale tomorrow. Over 1,700 items will sell, several retirement sales. One of those is the Scott Shaw retirement sale by Hoxie, Kansas. They have some really nice John Deere tractors, a 7630 John Deere with a tractor and a loader and a grapple fork. They also have a John Deere 8100 two-wheel drive tractor. They have a hay buster, 2650 bale processor, an 8-row 30 1750 series planter. It's a conservation planter, and an 886 8-row 30 cultivator, a row crop cultivator, folks. So that is going to sell here on Wednesday, May the 1st for Scott Shaw on their retirement sale. In Albion, Nebraska, Albion Custom Woodworks, they have been in business a long time making cabinetry, folks, and they are retiring. And they have 200 items selling. So anything you can think of that's used in making cabinets, kitchen cabinets, bathroom cabinets, shop cabinets, they make them there. Fancy, fancy, professional grade, Grizzly brand and other equipment, the planers, the shapers, the joiners, all of this type of stuff is being sold, folks. So scroll through the Big Iron website and support the folks that have been in that business for well over 30 years as they are retiring. We've also got some really nice equipment selling in Dallas, South Dakota for the Bolton Ranch. 148 items on this sale, folks. Just about anything you can imagine is being sold that was used in a ranching operation, including a 2020 Suzuki King Quad 4x4 ATV. They have a lot of haying equipment, folks. They have some big Landau tillage tools. So support these folks as they sell their equipment to the highest bidder tomorrow on the Big Iron website. If you are looking for some alfalfa, Brett Boyce by North Loop has 13 different lots of alfalfa round bales that will sell here tomorrow. And I tell you what, the tree folks in Ord, Nebraska, they do an outstanding job, and they have 56 lots of really nice trees. They have some red sunset maple trees selling, some aspen trees will be sold, all on the Big Iron website tomorrow. And if you have any questions, you can call the folks and they'll tell you all about the trees that they're selling. They have some October Glory maple trees selling. They have some northern red oak trees, some golden weeping willow trees, some blue spruce trees. I'm just naming a few of the many trees that will sell tomorrow on BigIron.com. All the trees located by Ord, Nebraska. So once again, a big sale tomorrow, folks, on the Big Iron website. Now, next week, on May the 8th, we have over 1,500 items selling. On May 14th, folks, they're listing livestock right now for our breeding stock back to grass cow-calf pair auction. So please get a hold of Pat Cruzy and his team if you want to get some of your livestock listed to sell. Also, May the 15th, folks, over 1,600 items are going to sell to the highest bidder. May the 20th is the first day of our 2-day classic car sale. And if you have always loved classic cars, we're going to have these cars posted here shortly. But some of the headliners include a 1969 Chevrolet Yanko. It's a Camaro, folks. This is a 4-speed, and it's the original owner selling this very rare, hard-to-find car. And it will sell to the highest bidder on Monday, May the 20th, on bigiron.com. Also, a headliner on that sale is a 1963 Chevrolet Corvette split-window coupe. It's got the 327 V8 4-speed Daytona Blue. And I'm just touching on two of the over 200 cars that will sell on that first day. And they're listing day two cars right now as well. Day one, all of the vehicles are in the Carthage, Illinois warehouse showroom. And on day two, there's going to be several hundred cars that are scattered at the owner's locations all across the Midwest. So if you've got a classic car you want to sell, you need to get a hold of people right away, because I think the deadline may be tomorrow to get put on that classic car sale. We also are having several retirement conversations with people wanting to have their machinery sales here in August and September, and in November and December. If you are thinking about doing that, please call me so we can come out and visit with you. Same story goes for the folks that want to sell some farmland and ranch land this fall. What we do is we come out and take aerial drone footage and pictures and videos while the grass is green, the pasture's good, the crops are growing, because some of these people that bid and buy on this land, they have ties back to the area, but they may live far away where they can't actually come out and look at it before it sells. So we like to show the history and tell the story of the land that's being sold. So if that is of interest to you, you can pick up the phone and call me at 402-276-2077. I'll give you that number again here in a little bit if you grab a pen. And if I don't answer, just leave me a message or send me a text. But that number is 402-276-2077. I'd love to have a conversation with you. We'll set you up with the area reps, either Matt Cope or Henry Nuxel or any one of the guys or gals that works in the trade area of this radio station. And we'll take the best of care for our sellers. And, of course, we provide all the information necessary for any buyer to make a good buying decision. But once again, it all starts with a phone call, 402-276-2077. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week, and happy May Day tomorrow.
Thank you, Mark Stock. Appreciate your business and your reports. They're always interesting, all the different things that Big Iron Auction Company has on the auction block. All right, Mr. Apperson.
I'm back. Hello.
Back. You made it back. You did an interview in the other room. Kind of preview that, if you would.
Yeah. Casey Doggett, Rocky Shaw came in to visit with us on behalf of the Comstock Sons of the American Legion about a special raffle that they have going on. Going to be raffling off a refurbished classic rifle. And the proceeds from the raffle will be going toward kind of upkeep, but also expansion of the beautiful Veterans Wall that they have in Comstock. So we visited about that, and we'll play that interview back during our public affairs time on KCNI Radio at 10:05 today.
Today?
Yes.
All right. I'm a little nervous about our next guest. I feel a little bit of nervous, not tension. I don't want to say tension, but I might overstep my bounds at a recent gathering up at the hospital. I went up there for a meeting, input meeting, and...
Were you invited to this meeting, or did you crash the meeting?
No, I was invited.
You were invited. Oh, well, that's good to know.
But the administrator of the hospital was at the beginning of the meeting, and just because of the structure of the meeting, he had to leave the room. So I asked him, Callum, I asked him if he would fire up the hot tub for me when I got done with the meeting. I could get a little hot tub action. And I think now I look back on that was a little overstepping my bounds there. Kyle, I want to apologize for that.
Yeah, no problem. You know, we thought we might have it ready for you, but we just couldn't get there in time. Just couldn't get it ready for you. You know, it takes a little bit of time to heat that up, but we're sure glad you came.
Well, I thought it was a wonderful meeting, and maybe you want to talk about that today and it's an ongoing thing, I think. But Kyle, of course, heads up Jenny M. Melhem Hospital here, and I think you said you've been here 8 months now.
8 months.
Wow.
Yeah. It's going fast.
It's going fast.
Having a good time.
Good. And I suppose as an administrator, learning how things unfold in that position is part of the process, and then you jump right into a very extensive survey as well. So kind of tell us about that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you having me here and talking with us about on a regular basis. One of the things we have going on, as you mentioned, is we have strategic planning going on right now, and coming in as the new CEO, it's kind of just taking a lot of time to watch and listen and see what's going on, see what's happening in the organization and in the community, and it was time now that I feel comfortable enough to understand where we've been and kind of where we need to go, and so it was time to start up a strategic planning exercise. We haven't had one for a little bit, and we're on the path to create a new 3-year strategic plan. So, as you mentioned, Dave, we were fortunate to have you as part of that in providing input. We probably had, I'm going to just take a wild guess here, but I'm going to say the folks that assisted us are assisting us with this process, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of last week probably spoke to over 50 to 60 people.
Wow.
And we will probably end up with between 700 or 800 or more comments for them to help us decipher and weed through. So it's a tremendous opportunity for us to hear from inside the organization, inside of the community, and beyond. We had folks definitely outside of Broken Bow, and we had 3 different forums, one of which you were attending that night, and so we just were able to get a really, really good representation of where we need to go. And it certainly takes a team, and it takes an entire community and more to make a hospital successful, and it's not just about what the hospital thinks, it's about what we need to be doing as a community in order to make sure we're taking care of all of our patients. So it really was a tremendous exercise, and it's certainly not over yet. That was really the start of it. So there's still a lot of work to be done, but ultimately we are going to have a finalized strategic plan at the end of July. So a lot of work between now and then, but we definitely started off on the right foot on this strategic plan, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
I was impressed with our group because Kyle, they you all have, everybody has a list in their head of what they would like to have as far as services go. But I also think that our particular group also understood that there's a lot of reasons why you can or cannot have some of the things that you want.
Right.
Long way of putting that these people are common sense people, and understood that you can set goals, but it takes time to reach them, and sometimes it's not in the cards. So I think that's what I kind of walked away with the meeting, is it was realistic.
Yeah, it's great to hear that. I haven't even been apprised of what was talked about that night, so I get to wait for all of that good information. But it's kind of how a strategic plan goes.
Yeah.
We set on this course, and we set this 3-year vision, and the goal is always to, that's the guiding light of the organization. When we go to meetings, when we make decisions, is that in support of the strategic plan because of what everybody helped us compile. Sometimes we have to, take a right when maybe the strategic plan says we have to go left because some things have adjusted or changed, and prime example of that would be COVID.
Yeah.
You put in a strategic plan and COVID hits and
blows that up, doesn't
it? Right.
Yeah.
Right. So you do you might have to make some adjustments. So I anticipate this being a very comprehensive plan. I always say that we want to be a continuum of care for everyone. We know we can't be everything to everybody. I'm not sure any organization can actually pull that off, but we want to be provide the most services that we possibly can with the highest quality that we're able to do. We're fortunate, as I say every time, we have a fantastic team up there. So this strategic planning exercise will really just help complement where we are in that direction of where we're heading.
Now, I assume it's by design that you're not included in the actual input until it's all accumulated. And that seems like a smart way to go, because people, if you're in the meeting, you're sitting there, you're the CEO, they may or may not feel comfortable speaking their mind. And so therefore, you introduced things, and then you left the group to its own actions and discussion, and that seems healthy to me.
Yeah, I think it turned out well doing it that way. It's just as you said, the last thing I want to do is impede really, really good discussion. And whatever direction that discussion takes, is up to that group and our facilitators in that. So it was 100% by design. We had 3 different forum discussions, 1 on Monday night and 2 on Tuesday night that were actually going at the same time. And so I was able to come in and do introductions, and a lot of the folks in the room I had not met yet. So it was a great opportunity for me to meet some of the folks of our area, and then just let them know that I'm going to be leaving by design, because I want people to be able to speak freely. We need that, and in order to have the best input that we can get.
And you had good, I guess, lack of a better term, moderators, neutral, a couple of gentlemen from Bryan, I believe, who I found it was interesting that Bryan is interested in supporting and growing rural hospitals. I think that's a breath of fresh air there as well, because sometimes when you think about larger medical providers at the other end of the state, you think, well, they don't care what goes on out here. I think they do for a lot of different reasons. One of the things, and I don't want to get into too much of detail of the meeting, because I don't think that's the idea here to talk about it today, but it's kind of crazy because in larger metro areas, they don't have enough beds, and because of the structure in rural hospitals, we could actually provide some of those if the scenario unfolded and it was possible. So I thought that was an interesting conversation.
Yeah, Bryan Health is, they're a good partner for us, and really for all of the critical access hospitals in Nebraska. It's one of those things that they're there if you would like to use them, and it's okay if you don't. That's the kind of partnership that they like to have. It's a partnership that I really enjoy with them. They have a division that is just for rural health. So the folks that were in that room that night and helping us with our strategic plan, I've worked with in the past, and their only goal is to support rural hospitals. One thing that sometimes will come up is, sometimes if Bryan Health walks through the doors, some people wonder, hey, what's going on? Why is Bryan Health here? So I always 100% reassure people that we are not going to be Bryan Health. There are no plans or discussions, and I don't think ever will be, to be a part of Bryan Health. But from a partner perspective, that's how we look at them. Yeah. A true partner, that they have these resources they can bring to us. We contract with them to help facilitate our strategic plan and put all of it together. On behind the scenes of things, there are about 6 folks working on this strategic plan on their side with us. So it's quite a process. It's a very thorough process and a very thoughtful process, and I think that's the piece that brings us to a good plan.
But you'd like to sit down, and I'm sure you will, sit down and visit with them when it's all said and done and say, I know there's a common theme that you guys probably hear when you meet with different people in different critical access hospitals, but what surprised you? Maybe what comment along the way, hey, that's a great idea, or that's a great question. I think it'd be really interesting.
Yeah, it will be. I can't wait to see or hear some of the comments that come from this, because I think there's some things that, I know there's things that we just have not thought about at all. Yeah. On Monday night we had a superintendent forum, so we had superintendents from the area come into a room, and when I called to ask them to come to this, they just see things from they get to see it differently than we do, right? They're from an educational perspective. They get to interact with all of the kids of the community, and and what they see as needs in the community can oftentimes be what we would never be able to put eyes on. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to hear the comments and be able to move forward from there.
All right, and that process is just really getting started.
It is. It is. It's a really exciting process. I love it.
Yeah.
There's always really good information, but we've been planning this now since looking for that right partner for our strategic plan, probably since about January. And then we landed with Brian, and a lot of work in advance of these meetings last week happened. So while all of that happened, last week was really truly kind of that kickoff. It's the piece it's the meat of the strategic plan, and that's where all the good information's gathered.
Well, if a lot of businesses could, it would be healthy and I know that medical care is part business and part, public service, if you will, all part of the community. But as a business people out there, every once in a while, a nice stop and replan wouldn't be a bad idea for all of us, I don't think. you just like you say, you get busy with what you do every day, and things get by you, and some decisions made maybe could have been thought a little bit better.
Yep.
It'd be healthy for all of us to do. I know, when businesses start, they're almost always going to do a business plan, right. But then after you're operating, it would be a healthy thing to do to stop and just take a look once in a while. So it's a good example that you're setting here for all of us. So now we have you here. Is there anything else that you wanted to highlight today and talk about?
Well, really, we talked with Jen last time, about our electronic health record and the strategic plan. Those are the two biggest projects going on in the organization right now. I think that covers it. I think that covers it.
All right, now I'm going to turn over to Brent because I know you're involved in baseball.
Yes.
And he may have some baseball questions for you.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I think I asked them all when we were off the air waiting to come in to visit with you, Dave. But, Mr. Kellum's going to help out with our Legion baseball program this year and help coach the juniors team, right?
Yeah, coaching the juniors team. Just a great group of kids. We practice the juniors and seniors together, usually for the most part. A fantastic group of kids that are out there to have fun, but they're very competitive as well. Last night we had a scrimmage. I was telling Brent, I was just praying that a couple of them, when they came up, that I was at third base and that they didn't hit it to me.
There's a couple that,
it's a little bit nerve-wracking.
I think a lot of people know exactly the couple of people you might be talking about.
Needless to say, I scooted way back into the grass, just to give myself enough room.
Well, you were originally, as I remember, a college second baseman, right?
I was, yeah. I enjoy it. When we didn't have enough kids last night, and so a couple of us as coaches were able to go out there and pretend like we knew what we were doing,
Yeah.
And so it was a lot of fun.
Well, I'll give you fair warning and an example, because you may or may not know that my son coached the Legion, helped coach the juniors last year and years previous to that. Former pitcher in college, and he was pitching batting practice, and one of those people we're talking about, young athletes, hit a line drive back, and he had surgery later on.
Yeah, that ball can really fly off those bats, I'm telling you.
It all worked out fine, but you might want to avoid that on a couple of different guys that could really line drive the ball.
Yeah,
which is fun to watch, and we're excited about it. And they're going to have the seniors area tournament here, I believe.
Yes.
This summer.
Yeah. Broken Bow get to host the senior area tournament. Correct. Yeah.
So another tournament at Paul Brown Field, and it's a nice field, isn't it?
It is a nice field. Yeah. It's a nice field. They're always doing, some work to it, and it's really neat to see all of the sponsorships out on the fence. From a Legion perspective, I have to say thank you to everybody that's willing to do that, because that really supports the kids at the end of the day. And I think we're going to have a pretty darn good group of kids out there to compete for these tournaments.
Oh.
Good deal. Good deal. Now, another recommendation is when the season starts, say goodbye to your wife.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Unless she travels with you.
Yeah, it'll be very intermittent.
Yeah,
Yes.
it will be. But thanks for doing that. I know that having people participate and coach and support the team in whatever way they can, teams I should say, is huge, and it all starts at much lower levels with the DYO and the girls and boys T-ball and softball and Little League baseball, and that's how you come up with kids who still love to play baseball at this level, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Got to get them interested and then keep them interested, and we really work on making sure that we foster a positive environment for the kids. That we all make mistakes, and when you're real little, and you're going to continue throughout your entire adulthood. So when you're young and you're on a team and you make a mistake, well, that's no reason to get too down on yourself, because we need you for Legion team.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And we always say when we talk about baseball here on the Breakfast Show, Kyle, is that people shouldn't expect baseball teams to win every game or go undefeated. That's not a normal thing in baseball, because if you watch college baseball and pro baseball, they don't win every day. Baseball is a hard game to win consecutive games in. So it's all about being ready at the end of the year, I think, really.
It really is. In baseball, you have they call them slumps, and you get in a slump, and whether you're a hitter or all of a sudden as a pitcher, you can't hit the strike zone. I mean, it happens. It's such a mental game, so it's hard to win every game, but at the end, you try to work towards the end of the season, and every day you get 1% better and try to pull something off. You really only have to be better than another team for 7 innings in a day. So that's what matters, and sometimes only 1 inning is the difference. So yeah, it's a game of numbers and percentages, and you take it pitch by pitch.
Yeah. Be 2-2 in the 5th and 12-2 in the 7th, right? You never know exactly what's going to happen. Now, are you working with Coach Loy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want you to know a lot of the stories he's going to tell you about when he was a Legion player aren't true. There's going to be some extra home runs in there that I don't know if you can count them or not, Kyle. I hope he's listening. It's a pleasure having you in. Thanks for coming in, representing, of course, the hospital and all the things that go on up there, the medical clinic, the specialties, people that come in every week, which is huge, and we can talk about that more again. But keep up the good work, and enjoy having you in the show here today.
Great. Thank you both, and thanks for your time.
All right. Earlier we played a song for Mustang Sally on her birthday, and then that got us playing music off the Commitments CD, which was also a wonderful movie. So we're going to go ahead and play some more Commitments for you here this morning on The Breakfast Show. It is 8:54. Take me to the river. Oh, yeah. The Commitments on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. The Wild Rose Gallery have some workshops that have really been going well. People have been attending them, enjoying them, and now they have another one coming up, workshops designed to allow participants to be creative in a non-threatening environment, no pressure, and learn about the world of art. Now, this is called Mug Rugby. Saturday, May 27th, towards the end of May, 1 p.m. until 4 p.m. at the Wild Rose Gallery. The cost is $40. All supplies will be furnished with that $40 fee. And come join the fun. Mary and Julie will present a workshop on making mug rugs using canvas and various painting techniques. They're perfect for your favorite beverage. Students will use stencils, stamps, and other techniques to create original designs, and everyone will create a set of 4 coasters, which is great, and they'll be your own. Every time you reach over to put that glass down or pick it up, you'll see your creation there. And you can call the gallery to make your reservations at 308-872-2632 or call Julie at 308-870-2423. The Rose Gallery, located on 444 South 8th Avenue, Broken Bow, Nebraska. Their email is wildrose.artist@gmail.com. wildrose.artist@gmail.com, or call the gallery at 872-2632 or Julie at 870-2423, and you'll be able to make coasters in your own art form using various techniques that they will teach you. Mary and Julie will teach you on May 27th on a Saturday from 1 until 4.
Job opportunity that you can find on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. Nebraska Department of Transportation has an exceptional opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join their team in Broken Bow. At the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees' hard work with a friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. You'll get training, career development, there's advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package. To apply, you need to go to this website, statejobs.nebraska.gov. An online state application must be completed to apply. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Columbia University has shut down its campus after protesters seized a building there overnight. CBS's Tom Hansen in New York.
Social media footage shows dozens of masked protesters using hammers to break into and overtake Hamilton Hall, an academic building at Columbia University, just before 1 a.m.
4 law enforcement officers killed, 4 injured in Charlotte, North Carolina, as they tried to serve an arrest warrant to a convicted felon. This man lives next door.
It would be a sporadic series of shots and then be silent for 20 minutes, and there'd be more shots.
Suspect shot and killed. Police in London say a man went on an attack with a sword today.
It is with great sadness that I confirm that one of those injured in the incident, a 13-year-old boy, has died from their injuries.
The 36-year-old suspect's been arrested in an underground station. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
When something happens to your kitchen, you might say,
"This is ludicrous."
But that won't fix your home. That will only get you the rapper, Ludacris.
Having trouble? Don't panic. Don't be alarmed. You need to file a claim? Holla at State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
That's right. You can file a claim on the app or call us.
Thanks, Mr. Chris.
No matter how ludicrous the situation, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
State Farm, Bloomington, Illinois.
The Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list.
We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the NBA playoffs, the defending champion Nuggets are on to round number 2. They eliminate the Lakers with a 108-106 win. Jamal Murray hit the game-winning shot for Denver with 3.6 seconds to play, finished with a game-high 32 points. Denver takes that series 4-1 and advances to face the Minnesota Timberwolves in the second round. Thunder, the top seed in the West, beat the Pelicans in New Orleans 97-89. All 5 starters in double digits for OKC. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Jalen Williams, each 24 points. Oklahoma City wins that series in a sweep, 4-0. Now await the winner of the Clippers-Dallas series. Celtics over the Heat in Miami, 102-88. Derek White hit 8 3-pointers for Boston, had a career-high 38 points. Boston leads that series 3-1. NHL playoffs, Panthers eliminate the Lightning with a 6-1 win. Florida takes that series 4-1. They await the winner of the Bruins-Maple Leaf series. Stars over the Golden Knights in Vegas 4-2. That series is even at 2 games apiece.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Lots of sunshine today with daytime highs approaching 74. Winds out of the west 10 to 20 miles per hour. Lows level off around 41. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies expected. Mainly cloudy skies expected. Tomorrow, chance of thunderstorms. High temperatures reach up to 65. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
When it comes to their soybean acres, more farmers are making the switch to Enlist E3 soybeans from Corteva. Enlist E3 soybeans are America's #1 trait choice in soybeans. With superior weed control and no calendar cutoff dates, the Enlist weed control system gives you the flexibility to spray on your schedule. If you're unsure what's best for your soybean acres, count on what's certain. Talk to your local Corteva seed representative today about Enlist E3 soybeans.
At Case IH, we know you work hard all year to maximize your yield at harvest. And to do that, you need a combine that works as hard as you do. That's why we built the new AF11 with more horsepower, more efficiency, and more capacity than any other combine out there. Plus, built-in automation to harvest more easily than ever before. To do more with every engine hour, you need equipment that's as good as you are. You need the best in your field. Visit your local Case IH dealer for more on the AF11.
9:05 is the time, 58 degrees currently at our KCNI studios. Good to have you with us here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Brent back with you here in the studio, and we have some guests who are with us. I say guests, but off Broadway, you're just part of the show now, right? Yes. Felicia is here. Felicia, let me get the right microphone on there. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you today?
Fantastic.
Good.
Now, you brought someone with you here today. All right. You gonna introduce us to her?
Yes, this is Julie, the activities director at Off Broadway.
Julie, good morning. Thanks for coming in today.
Good morning.
So where do you guys want to start? I mean, Julie's here. I assume you want to start with activities?
Would you like for me to start, or do you want to start? You can start. Okay.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll get going with Felicia. Where do you want to start, Felicia, as far as what's going on at Off Broadway?
So right now we're going to start off with, on May 1st starts the new Facebook monthly drawing, and it is going to be the resident annual fish permit and 2 annual park permits. So that's what we're going to be giving away.
That is a fabulous prize.
Yes, we have a lot of people I know that are going to be excited about that. So remember to like, comment, and share the post, and do it as many times as possible. The more times you do it, the better chance you have to win.
Now, give me the prize again. A fishing license?
Yes,
right?
A fishing permit, the resident annual fishing permit, and 2 annual park tickets.
Oh, man.
That's a good deal.
That is a great prize, yes. I guarantee you. I'm going to go like your Facebook page right when we're done with this interview. But those have been fun to do, and I think you've gotten a lot of great response through these giveaways that you've done on Facebook, right?
Yes, we've had a really big hit on them lately. I mean, there's just a few things that you just can't live without, like when we did the fire pit and the snow blower. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff coming up that's going to be great.
Okay.
And we figured that this would be a great way to start off the spring and summer seasons. So.
Absolutely. All right. Other things that you wanted to discuss?
Yeah, actually, we have a couple of May events coming up. And on May 10th at 2 p.m., we are going to be holding a Mother's Day floral arrangement. So you can come in and get some flowers. And
we'll be making arrangements, and you get to take it home with you.
Yes. So the residents are going to be making arrangements. So you can come in, free flowers, if that's what you want to do, and maybe come take a tour while you're in there as well.
Okay. As a husband, and I have my wonderful mom. When is Mother's Day? Can you let me know,
12th.
please? Okay, I have to be honest. You have me in panic mode. Mother's Day is coming up quickly, isn't it?
Very quickly.
May 12. Okay, there we go.
And this is on May 10th. So.
All right, your event is on May 10th.
Yes.
All right.
And we also have another event coming up. It is going to be live entertainment. And we're going to be featuring Songs of the Wild West, and that's going to be on May 28th at 2 p.m. in the large dining room. So we are just inviting those out there if they want to come in and join watching the live entertainment with us. They're really exciting. We've had them before, so we're pretty excited about it.
All right, and this is when again?
May 28th at 2 p.m.
All right.
Yeah.
Man, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I'm sure, yes.
The residents love the live entertainment.
Yeah.
We also do have a couple of job postings. We are looking for a dietary assistant, part-time, with potential to be full-time for the right candidate. And also we are looking for a full-time medication aide, night shift, with a sign-on bonus available for that.
Okay.
And I also wanted to announce that we do have Bricia Corona as the Employee of the Month.
Oh, now is this something new that you've started?
It's something that we've been doing, but I asked Jody if we could start announcing it.
Oh, yeah, promoting who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She is a housekeeper there, and she was voted this month. She won, so it was pretty exciting. And when you are an Employee of the Month, and there's a Resident of the Month as well, but you'll get a certificate and a little mini plaque when you do get it, so it's kind of neat.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. And also, I just wanted to remind everybody that if you are looking to join us, or if you know somebody that needs a little bit more help, please call and talk to either Jody or myself at 308-872-2522, or stop in to take a tour. And if you do refer somebody, please know that you will have a benefit of a $500 bonus after qualifying.
All right. Fantastic. Julie, how long have you been with Off-Broadway?
Since last September.
Okay. What have you enjoyed most about the facility and in the role that you serve?
With activities, we try to schedule a variety of entertainment. Our programs promote participation from our residents. We have an upbeat atmosphere. I really enjoy getting to know the residents, and they kind of become part of your family, and getting to know their likes and their dislikes and things that will bring them out to interact and do things. The crafts have become a big thing with them. That's why we're doing that floral arrangement. Each one we will demonstrate how to make a floral arrangement, and each person can make their own. And if anybody from the outside would like to come in and do it, they're more than welcome to.
If someone from the outside is interested, is it best to contact you ahead of time and say, hey, I'd kind of like to show up, and so that you can kind of prepare for that?
Yeah, so we can have a count of how many. All
right. Great. We hear when we talk about Off-Broadway, we hear the term, we're a family. We hear that all the time, and it is really true, not just the residents, but the staff and everybody associated with the facility. You are kind of one big happy family, aren't you?
Yes, we are. Yeah.
That's good. Anything else, ladies, that we haven't touched on that you want to make sure people are aware of, or?
Well, I just wanted to say I'm pretty excited that we have Julie. I know that she goes above and beyond, and she's definitely very, very popular with the residents. And she's also going to be implementing going on cruises. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
Oh, yeah. We are, with springtime coming, now's our time to get the residents to bond with the community. So we're going to do cruises like drive by their old homestead.
Oh, nice.
And they get to tell the other residents, you know, this is where I lived and stuff. We do have one planned on the 21st. We're going to cruise out to Arnold. There's a couple residents had lived that way, and we're going to stop by Brewbaker's. They're looking forward to that. So.
Well, that's great. You talk about going out for cruises and maybe visiting some of the old homesteads and stuff. I did that with my grandfather years ago before he passed away. And man, oh man, was that an enjoyable trip.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine what those cruises will be like. A lot of reminiscing and a lot of memories will be shared. That'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, yeah. If spring ever comes.
Well, yeah. I don't think Mother Nature knows what season it is at the moment, trying to make up her mind yet.
That groundhog lied.
Yeah, right. Correct. Julie, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but we were talking before we came on the air. You would hear me on the radio, and you kind of developed an idea of what I look like. Can you share that with everybody, what you thought I looked like?
Well, my granddaughter, I'm raising my granddaughter, and we cruise in from Arnold, so we listen to you every day, and she likes to call in on some of your games that you play, and she's won a couple times. But anyway, we picture in our mind, I pictured you taller, heavier, and a little scruffy around the chin and stuff. But you don't look anything like that.
Yeah.
Exact opposite.
Well, yeah, certainly the taller part. I'm not that. I'm a short little dude. So, but it's always fun to hear those stories when people hear you on the radio, because we do. People that we hear but we haven't seen yet, you get that mental picture, and it's always kind of fun to hear that. So. Ladies, thank you very much for stopping in to see us and visit with us. We'll talk to you next time. Just one more. Did we touch on everything that you wanted to mention?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for coming in. Enjoy the rest of your week.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Off-Broadway Hour guests here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. You're listening to KCNI and KBBN Radio. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll continue with the Breakfast Show. A little music here for you, courtesy of Mark Cohn.
I had just checked down when the sun came up after 10 hours.
studio here with you, taking you through the rest of the show in the minutes that we have left. Earlier today, we talked about this just a little bit, but our friends Rocky Shaw and Casey Doggett came in to visit with us as part of the Comstock Sons of the American Legion, and they visited with us earlier this morning in an interview that we recorded about a special gun raffle that they will be raffling off. I believe it's a vintage, a World War II rifle is what they are raffling off, and proceeds of this special raffle will go toward the upkeep and also the expansion of the beautiful Veterans Wall that they have put up in the Comstock area. So we talk about those different things and other topics regarding the Sons of the American Legion in Comstock. So we encourage you to tune in and listen to that special interview. We're going to play it back for you today during our public affairs program, which airs on KCNI 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. Always enjoy visiting with those fellas and talking about the things going on with their organization and certainly the beautiful wall there in Comstock. So tune in and listen to that. It'll be on public affairs at 10:05 this morning on KCNI 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. Also, some other programming notes here this morning. Want to remind you that we will continue with our special senior salutes as we continue to salute the graduating classes of the KCNI and KBBN coverage area. Today on KCNI, we will be saluting the graduating class at Sargent School, and on KBBN Radio, we'll be saluting the graduating classes at Arnold and Loop County School in Taylor. So we encourage you to listen for those special senior salutes coming up today on both of our radio stations. And then looking ahead to tomorrow, we'll be featuring SEM on KCNI. Sand Hills and Thetford Public Schools will be saluted and honored on KBBN tomorrow, May 1st, Wednesday, and then we'll flip-flop those on Thursday. You'll hear Sand Hills and Thetford salutes on KCNI Radio Thursday, and the SEM salutes will be on KBBN this coming Thursday, May 2nd. Good to have you with us on KCNI and KBBN Radio. Brent behind the controls here today. That means Brent gets to pick the music, and I bet you'll never guess that Brent would actually select a Chris Ledoux song. Now, a lot of people have done this song. Tom Cochran was the one who originally did it, did a great version of it, but I like this version. So here we go. You know it. Life is a highway. Here's Chris Ledoux on The Breakfast Show.
Doing okay. How have you been?
Been good, yeah. I know you're a big NBA guy. You're a big Celtics fan.
Mm-hmm.
Boston, I believe, winning over Miami yesterday in the playoffs, take a 3-1 series lead, 1 game away from advancing in the playoffs.
Yep. Can wrap it up in Boston.
I'm guessing you're very happy about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, very happy. Not happy about the one loss, but, I mean, what are you going to do?
What?
He's got to close out the series. I did think it was kind of funny to see the Suns get swept faster than anybody else in the NBA. But
man,
we all kind of saw that coming. You got a lot of guys that really are not known at all for playing defense. You put them all on a team together, and
you
they
can't
all
always outscore everybody.
Well, exactly, and the ball, there's only one basketball. You know, if all of those players want the ball in their hands to score, only one of them's going to get the ball in their hands each time down the floor, and put that together with not playing the best of defense, and he gets swept. So, and very expensive team, by the way, for that owner.
Yeah.
I mean, he put a lot of money into those payrolls for them to get swept like that. So,
another team that was eliminated from the NBA playoffs last night, the Lakers lost a heartbreaker to Denver on the road, 108-106. So the Lakers are done. And I bet you'll never guess what the big question now is. Will LeBron come back for another season?
I bet he does.
Your quick thoughts.
I bet he does. Yeah, he's playing great basketball. It's unbelievable he's playing.
He's still a top 5, certainly a top 10 player in the league, isn't he? I mean, guy's amazing.
What I have always said about LeBron is, you know, people hate the good players, you know. Sure, he's got some extracurriculars, and he sells fouls a little bit more than people would like, and people kind of blow up at that a little bit more than others because of the big-time player he is. But when you really get down to it, the dude's 39 years old, playing with 19 and 20-year-olds, and he's in great shape. He stayed healthy.
Look slow, does he?
He hasn't had any major injuries over. And when you see videos of him in the off season, he's lifting, he's playing basketball, he's staying strong, and he could still line up at tight end in the NFL and mess somebody up. So, I respect this game and the fact that he's doing it, and has been doing it long enough that he now has a son that he wants to wait to enter the NBA so they can be on the court together. That's how you know you've been in the league a little bit. You've got a son that's grown all the way up and is looking to enter the league. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. So we'll see what happens there moving forward. Getting off the sports thing, we have just a couple of minutes. I wanted to share this with you. This was in our show prep this morning. Kentucky Fried Chicken is trying to get your attention as they have come out with not a new item on their menu, so to speak, but, ladies and gentlemen, KFC has come up with cologne.
I
bet you'll never guess what it smells like.
Well, I'm going to guess chicken in some way.
Well, it says barbecue. It says
that's maybe not as bad as like just straight fried chicken.
Yeah, smells like barbecue. In case the sauce you spilled on your shirt doesn't do it for you anymore, you can get this new cologne apparently being put out and marketed by KFC. Now, right now, it's only in the UK. All right? Hasn't come to the U.S. yet. This is how they describe it. They say that it supposedly smells of charcoal and smoked wood.
It kind of sounds like it smells like a backyard barbecue, which we all kind of like the smell of.
They're calling it Number 11 Eau de Barbecue.
They might be onto something. Maybe they are.
Now, when I read this, the first thing in my mind is, okay, how much are they charging for this? It comes in a 100 milliliter bottle that sells for under $14. Now, that's affordable. In fact, you think about it, it's actually less than a 5-piece of tenders that you can get at KFC.
Yeah.
So there you go. Be watching for it, fellas.
Okay.
Kentucky Fried Chicken cologne.
Keep my eyes peeled for that one.
All right.
Cologne is expensive. honestly, I mean,
I can't tell you the last time I bought any cologne. Honestly,
if they enter the market that way,
I think I was in college.
Maybe they're on
last time I wore cologne.
Oh, really? Not a cologne guy? Huh?
I'm not a cologne guy.
I don't wear it too often.
Yeah.
Either, but mostly because like a bottle's like $40-$50.
Yeah. I think the last cologne I would have put on was Stetson.
Oh yeah,
do they still do?
Oh yeah,
I was a Stetson man.
You're a Stetson guy, huh?
In high school, 4'11", 90 pounds, but I was a Stetson man.
Heck yeah. That's a heavy scent to carry around.
Yes. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they don't put that scent on just anybody.
No way, man. You got to be a man to walk around in Stetson. Let's see. Anything that you want to share? Things coming up on KCNI KBBN Radio.
Gosh, that's a good question. You know, my mind's kind of just been mostly on senior salutes. You know, there's a lot of production work that goes into those and a lot of work on the sponsorship side as well. It's just kind of one of those things. We have several things throughout the year that kind of take over our station and kind of touches every member of our staff, and that's certainly one of them. So appreciate the business support so that we can get those on the air for our area seniors and all the hard work that they've done. And those are going to continue all the way through mid-May. And I know there's some graduations coming up. Hope everyone enjoys those graduations out in the community. Kind of looking to get on the other side of the senior salutes, and then we're going to really ramp up our 75th anniversary promotion for KCNI, celebrating 75 years this year. We've got some big things planned that I need to get on my horse about.
Yeah.
Some things for our business partners out there and our listeners as well, as a thank you to both of those groups for making it possible for us to be here 75 years. But yeah, I got to get some things cracking on that. Yeah. Get them moving, but be on the lookout for them.
I pause because just 75 for KCNI. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And because of you who listen, because of our business partners who continue to support this radio station and what we do, we say thank you. And that'll be great. The official anniversary will be coming up later in September. But, 75 years. That's pretty special.
Yep. We're going to be doing some physical giveaways, some monetary giveaways, and it'll be a lot of fun. You'll see us out and about in the community, but no surprise there. That's what we like to do. So.
All right. Thanks for stopping in to help us close out the show. That's going to wrap it up for the breakfast show here on this Tuesday morning. And we'll send you back to regular programming on both KCNI and KBBN Radio. Thanks for listening, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your day.